one of the things I had to learn is how do I do my movements effective on people bigger than me, because that's all I dealt with. So you kind of learn some tricks along the way, some habits, and it's one of those things, because you're a big guy, there's no reason at all for you not to use those same tricks. If you can do something and be more effective with it, use less force, less power, and still get the same impact, why not? Because here's the deal. When we're doing our movements and we're doing things, you have to be ready for anything. Just like these guys were saying, you don't know what's going to happen. Mr. Martinez was saying, you got to know all these different blocks and movements because they all flow together. Well, on the street, same thing. I can't predict what that person's going to do. I've got to naturally be able to feel their body and move with it and instinctively adjust to it. Other thing I want to point out, you look at most of our black belts, and we all do training outside of the classroom. You know, Miss Nicole is a marathon runner. She lifts weights. It's very obvious. She's in shape. These guys are working out all the time. They've got non-straight battles that they're doing, systema that they're doing. They're growing outside of what the base is. You know, I've got a ton of different workouts I do, and I try to keep cardio strong and fitness strong. I've got injuries. I'm kind of worn out and old. I've got those types of things going on. So on the street, because my knee hurts and I have to wear a brace and I don't have my brace, that doesn't mean that fight doesn't happen. It means I'm modified and I make do. So you cannot say, today I had an injury in class, my elbow's not quite working right. Can we hold off till next week on this little battle that might take place? You can't do that. You've got to be prepared no matter what. You got to be able to flow, adjust, and be effective. And you don't always have to say, oh no, that's going to fall out. So with that, I kind of want to go over some basics. How are you? We're talking about takedowns, talking about the weak line. We're going to all start out with a rear leg sweep. Now, everything we just learned is great. I just want to add a little twist to it. So I come behind, I've got my opponent's arm, I come behind, here's my leg sweep. Thigh to thigh, I'm moving that back. One of the things I like to do to make this more effective, see how Mr. Plink's shoulders are straight, they're even? I want to break that line, okay? And we were talking about the weak line, and I'm going to see this very head. Talking about the weak line, if I want him to go back, this shoulder, I'm going to twist it and take him down to the weak line, okay? If I try to fight a big guy, somebody much larger than me, right over there, much larger than me, here, I might get stuck like this. And insanity, of course, doing the same thing over and over. The reality is, as soon as I come in and break that, see what happens? His strength has moved with the shoulders. So, very subtle, tiny movements. No different than what Mr. J was doing with the wrist locks. Subtle, basic movements. So I want you to stand. Okay, and you're going to grab shoulders with your partner. Go ahead and grab my shoulders, sir. I want one hand on the outside, one on the inside. From here, I'm going to pull down on one, lift up on the other. Subtle movement, breaking the shoulders. And I'm also taking shoulders that are even with the hip line, past the hip line. Go ahead and do that a few times, both sides, and then we're going to add to it. Go from here, because I guarantee you he's going to win every time. Okay? But if I step in and close that distance, pull down and lift up, I don't have to be stronger though, because I've got my body weight behind it. So instead of getting here and trying to do it, because if he was really resisting, we're not going anywhere from this spot, and I'm going to have to work hard. So what I want you to do, move in, and right there, you take the power away when you get in tight. Okay? If he overpowers and I'm straight versus leaning, if I'm straight, he's going to reverse it on me. I want to make him be the one leaning. I want him to be going back. Okay? So, you're here. Make sure you're moving in tight. Get those shoulders moving. From here, I want you to step behind. You're in this motion. Legs behind. Thigh to thigh. Here. This shoulder, this side, my right hand, is going to drag his shoulder down to that weak line that we talked about. So here and down. And then look what that leaves us. Everything Mr. Martinez was doing, same thing. We won't repeat that, but you see the options. So go ahead, we're doing one punch wonders, getting in there. Reality is on the street, I'm not gonna catch that first punch. I might not catch the third, fourth, maybe even the fifth. So I want to be very effective with what I do, because if I'm not, guarantee it, he is. Okay? So, we're going to go real slow at this, but he's going to go more than one punch at me. I want you guys to look at the flow. And let me point this out too. Both these gentlemen made this comment that there's a flow of movement. If one movement doesn't work, it leaves options for me to find something else that will. Okay? We were working off one punch coming in, and that punch being open enough for me to actually take it. What I want you to realize is that doesn't always happen. So when he's throwing a punch, my objective is not to let my face get hit, my body get hit, because my brain slows down. When the brain slows down, the fight weighs into the favor. So if he's throwing punches, my goal is to get out of the way. I'm going to take shots where I can, and then start moving out of there. So, work off the motion of punch comes in, move out of the way. Another one, and then move in. So, he's going to throw 3-4 punches, move, strike, block, and then go for an opening. Don't worry about taking your partner down, crashing them right away. I just want you to get to a spot up, whack foot up. Okay? Go ahead, go. Watch this. Is this pretty realistic? I'm just moving. What am I doing? My target's no longer there. If my target is moving, and my goal is to hurt my target, I'm moving with them. And I'm getting closer on them versus here, or just staying in one spot hoping I can twist in that. So, think a little bit more out of the training ground into street. So, if we're going, and I'm throwing punches, and I'm at slow, medium pace, we're moving good. That's what I want to see. Just a little bit longer, and we're going to add to it. What do you guys get into? Almost everybody. Punches have come in. You guys are getting the waist. Right here. What do I do with them for the waist? A million options. What do you want to do as a punch? So I'm here, because I like to be in and out. I don't want to play very long with them, unless I know we're in class. So right here, what I'd like to do is from this spot, I'm going to go ahead and slide my hand up to the neck. This is my backup plan. I always like to have a backup plan. So if I'm groin shot, knee, here, strike, elbow, drive them down and move away. Backup plan. This is clean as a new guy. Groin shot didn't affect him too much. Knee here didn't work. This knee didn't work. Backup is to come in for a choke. Slide this hand up, forearm to the side of the neck, thumb towards me, and roll it in. And then drop. And then twist. And then we're going to lock them up. Okay? Always have a backup plan. My original hope is to strike him, make him hurt to where he's slow enough that I can get away. If that doesn't work, then I'm going to take him out. So, we did all the strikes, we did all that, boom, strike, get in. I'll just grab the leg, it's kind of a wrestling thing. Slide up, hand here, knee to the groin shot, thigh, body. One more time just for the heck of it. Go face, back, strike, elbow, drop them down and go. Okay? Sometimes what you'll see, people can get frustrated. They're punching, they're doing this stuff, they can't get in, and they charge. And right there is that football. I guess it's not really a football tackle, but it's pretty darn close. But he's coming in for a tackle to the midsection. I don't want to take that because I don't know if it's going to drive me straight to the ground, up against the wall, onto the pistol. I don't know what potentially happens from there. So as Mr. Plinkett comes in, I'm going to grab my body onto the shoulders. One more time, sir. Grab my body up and onto the shoulders where I'm taking my body weight onto his forward momentum. So we're here. I'm going to go with them slightly And now that's brought him down to his knees. I can continue that movement by flattening out. And then we've got a ton of things we can do from here, or, because I don't want to fight him, knee him to the head a couple times and then go away. Because when they're bigger than you don't want to stay on the ground with them. So he comes in, don't take it, it's bad, okay? He comes in, lift up, and drive him down. We're here, I'm in a better spot than he is. Get the hand off of you, knee, I got the body, the shirt's ripping, got the body, got the head, got elbows, and I can get him back. Okay? Go ahead and go. Okay, guys. Sometimes you get in goofy spots, and you're like, oh, I can't get my legs right where I need them. There's a couple fun things you can do. So we're here. He's kind of got me locked up. We're both kind of in a stalemate. We're both strategizing, trying to figure out how do I sweep him, how does he sweep me. What I want you to do from this spot is go outside of the box. And what I'm going to do is take this front leg, take it here, keep him down. Please don't land on your partner's guard though. I didn't catch my partner, let's do this. So, land here, perfect position because the burn is open. You landed with my elbow right into his chest. All you're gonna do is start moving it up and it doesn't feel good. But I also have this arm. Remember the arm bars we were doing earlier? All I gotta do is kick out and I've got that. So, we're in a spot. Watch that. We're not allowing each other to do anything. We're gonna sneak in. Let's pick that leg. This one comes up high, push it low. And you're there. So, you got this spot. This is great to lift. To lift up on, and then I can kick out and go into an arm bar. Got figure 4 locks. You saw everything Joel laid out on the platter. You got it right there. So let's play with that one. Something a little bit different outside of the curriculum. All you're doing is hooking that leg in right here. And as I hook it in, I lift up and I go with them. There's nothing that says you can't loosen them up at any point during a fight. Sparring, I can give them little shots that are going to loosen them up. Because guess what? You might not feel it that exact second, but a muscle is twitched, which is opening up a little tiny door for me to see it. So, we're working something. Let's say what we were just doing. The we're locked up transitional stuff. Right here, you can grab behind the tricep, the back side of the tricep. Grab, squeeze, everybody hopefully knows that kind of stuff. I got it right below the ear, pressure points, moving it in, getting up. I got the sweep, and set behind it, the sweep. What gave that to me though, because Mr. Miles was locked up and kind of fighting with me, I got it tight because I know he felt it. There was a move here, there was a move there, there was one there. That moved his body in a position. I didn't have to work too hard for it, but he still moved, which is the beauty of all those little things. Another great thing, we're here, we're struggling, we're fighting. Why not take it? Pull in tight on that arm from here, lift up. Okay? I'm not working that hard. I don't want to work that hard. So, what I want you to do, lock up with them. We're here. Now move. Somebody start grabbing and moving in. And then from there you can take me out how you want. Okay, go ahead and go.